Hello, hello, hello. Who do we have out there in the void of space tonight? I'm joined once again by Aaron. Welcome, Aaron. How you doing, dude?
Hello. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you very much. We've had an exciting 2 weeks since the launch of Apex Survival, and we're going to have a little bit of a sneak peek. But we've also got a newsletter series and a dev post to have a look at as well.
Yes, we do. Action-packed, to say. It's. I know, obviously, it's been nearly 2 weeks since Apex Survival came out, and you know, me and Aaron got to spend some time together on the weekend. We had a little bit of a SE bash, but we're going to do something similar today. You know, take a look at what you guys have been doing with the new content, the new blocks. Obviously, answer some questions, talk a little bit about the future, and we're also going to go a little bit over some of the news from SE2 because we always try doing this, being a lot of juicy stuff, right, Aaron?
We do, and I do also have an exciting announcement for Space Engineers 1 as well that I will be announcing officially next week, but I'm going to give you guys the information a little bit ahead as well.
Oh, there you go, sneak peek. Apex is pretty good. See, I like that. There we go, I see. I'll take that. It's pretty good, pretty good. But I see lots of people in the chat tonight. I see Umba, Hamster, Magnus, Dr. Iceberg, Sarcasmo, Django, Silverbane, Ada, Enenra, Cool Sign, Wolf Knight, Thorskin, Swiss Leo, Stefan, Alzumi, Micro, just to say a few of them.
It's a busy night out there.
It is a busy night. Friday night, the weekend has arrived. So, guys, hold on a second. I need to turn on some. Wait, where is my? Oh, it's okay. I was trying to turn my. I was trying to find something, but I don't see it on my desk. Wait. No, it's okay. It's not important. So, and the other thing, actually, no, we'll do it in order here. So, we're going to first off, no. Yes, Aaron. First up, I also hear we have a new contest. Isn't that right? A new competition.
We do, and I think that's a good idea. We should get that out of the way to start with.
I think so.
We have a new music competition for you guys to enter. I will bring up a link to it very shortly, and I will drop it in the chat so you guys can have a look at it. But as you know, Joel, in the past, the music competitions have been extremely popular. There is one thing about this particular music contest that you wouldn't expect, though. Can you have a guess of what it might be?
Oh, you're asking? He's asking me or the chat?
I'll ask the chat. I'll ask yourself. Is what with all this new technology out in the world now? What sort of music might we find being submitted?
Ah, right. Yes.
So there you go. So if you probably guys are having a guess of it, there is a lot of AI sort of stuff that's being submitted at the moment. And we've not said no against it because probably in the mix there might be some interesting tracks and interesting things that you are doing. But we are seeing the inbox spammed with a lot of AI tracks there as well. So it's going to make it even harder to filter through.
Well, that's it. Isn't it? Like there's things that can be telltale, but at the end of the day, I've heard some AI music, and depending on the style and genre, like it's hard to, and obviously it's hard to say what is AI and what isn't, to some degree. So that's just going to be all the fun here, I think. So
so I'm working on getting a link into the chat for you guys in a moment. I've just got to go and find it from the right places.
Perfect. I'm just seeing my screen. It feels like it's slightly. Ooh,
and how was the music competition for last time? Because I wasn't about when the last one went on.
Well,
tell me a bit about it.
What I'll say is that as you said, the music competition has always been one of the most popular competitions. One of my favorite competitions too. I have a musical background, so for me, I'm not sure if it was my idea. I don't want to take credit for it like all those years ago, but I definitely was pushing the second one. Because I still think, and honestly, it's funny. You would not expect that, as opposed to screenshot or build competitions. But I still feel like it was they have been consistently, the last 2 times, being one of the most submitted competitions, if that makes sense. So you guys are obviously loving the music. So we're really looking forward to what we're seeing this next time as well. So actually, I'm going to just switch scenes here. Hold on.
Lovely. Yeah, to be honest, I was very excited because the new music tracks that are added to Space Engineers because of the competition were really fun, and and it's nice to have some fun, different alternative music to listen to because the baseline Space Engineer soundtrack is beautiful, it's gorgeous, but having something as well to contrast it is quite exciting. And these people that have built these tracks, having them in game as well, must be something like really glorifying for them, like to be able to play their own music from the jukebox as they're playing.
No, exactly. It's very, very cool. I'm just curious, does anyone in chat... Oh, Black Sheep's in the chat. Now, Black Sheep, of course, won last time. Can never forget the glorious track from Black Sheep. So will you be submitting again, Black Sheep? I'm curious. There's nothing stopping you. Track number 2 by Black Sheep. And I'm just curious if there's anyone else in the chat today, in the chat, sir, who actually plan to submit. You guys have until November. I think, is it November 27th, if I'm not mistaken? I've got it up on my screen, so I'm going to have a little look and remind myself here. But it's you guys have about 2 months to submit. So let's have a little look here. I'm going to go over this real quick.
Yeah, have you got it up?
Yeah, so we can just go over the things here. So the submissions started, well, they started already. They've started on Monday. Yeah. Look, this could be your track. You ready? Aaron can't hear it. One, two. Oh no, it already started. Hold on. There it is. This is one of the winners. You don't need to supervise me. Just keep in mind, I need electricity. So you know what I've always loved about the music competition is the variety. We've had like epic, orchestral, soundtracks. We've had kind of lo-fi. We've had rock with like guitar solos. We've had kind of more like not comedic, but you know what I mean? Like what's the word? Not comedic. But what would you call it? Like
like parody song?
Is it parody? Just some kind of like fun ones that makes sense. Is it
like tongue in cheek, a bit like you've heard that Weird Al something bitch?
Yeah.
He does all the parody tracks, doesn't he? Like
the word is on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. But yeah, so this is what we really, honestly, guys, are looking forward to seeing is like as always, some really nice variety in the tracks that are submitted in terms of genre, and I think that's perfect because when we're looking at it from like a jukebox or whatever, it's always fun to have different tracks here. So.
Yeah, so going over it a little bit further as well, so the top 10 entries will be chosen by our team, and the winners will be announced on the Sounds of the Next Frontier live stream, and we'll have a special guest, Carol Anthony, of course, music composer, and of Space Engineers 1 and Space Engineers 2, and that'll be Friday, December the 12th, 2025. So very exciting indeed.
Yeah, exactly. So, and just to kind of go over this, what was I going to say here? So we have create and submit Space Engineers 2 inspired music tracks for your chance to have them implemented into our games and published on our official YouTube channel. Winners will also receive additional prizes in the form of Steam gift cards. So yeah, the winners will be announced on this, as Aaron already covered. Yeah, have you got some musical skill and a passion for the stars? I love that. This competition gives you the chance to have a music track inspired by Space Engineers 2 that you create, featured in our games and on our official YouTube channel. On top of this, I kind of covered this, but we have some, I'm not going to read over all of this, but there's some kind of things, MP3 or WAV. It's going to be at least 60 seconds, but no longer than 5 minutes. So there's a lot of details. Be sure to read over this, guys. You can check out the winners from 2023 and 2021. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Because, Aaron, it's funny that, I was thinking, didn't we do that long ago? But it's actually been 2 years. It was 2021, 2023, and now 2025. And we had and it's around the same time because we announced the winners for the 2023 at the 10th anniversary. And it won't be quite that, but it's really actually pretty good. So time has flown because it only feels like a year ago we had the last one. So, wow. So, yeah. Yeah.
So are we going to move on to the juiciest part, the prizes?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just going over here. So the winning tracks, we permanently uploaded to our Space Engineers channel as individual videos or as a compilation. The winners will receive €50 Steam gift card, or equivalent, I guess it will turn out. The winning music tracks will be available in Space Engineers 1 via the sound block and jukebox. And it's like, obviously there's some terms there as well, and you guys will obviously consent to that by entering this competition. So that's the plan right now. So it's do you have anything you want to add to that one, Aaron?
No, not particularly. I think you've covered it all there. I think with the prize of, €50 Steam gift card is quite exciting. That's going to pick you up whatever game you pretty much want, or even all the DLCs and Space Engineers, and maybe a few copies for your friends, depending on when you pick up Space Engineers. But yeah, I just if you're interested in music and you want to get a submission in, I'd get working on it. I wouldn't leave it to the last minute. I know there's a lot of people who have a great idea, or they're not even familiar with making music. Just have a crack, have a go. And who knows, if you could make it into the competition. This could be the start of your musical career, perhaps.
It could be. It really could be. So, let's see here. So then, what we're going to do next, guys, there's a bunch of terms and conditions. Please feel free to read over those. There's a bunch of stuff here which you should probably check out if you're entering. But I'm not going to cover that on the stream here. So, next up, that was the competition. Very exciting. So keep that going until Nov 24th. I'll be 30 by then. How scary. And next up, we're going to go over some SE2 news before we jump in. Now, I'm going to speedrun this because Aaron makes very nice videos, but we're going to speedrun it at the same time, maybe kind of react to it and talk about it. There's a couple here because we didn't do it last week, but I'm going to quickly go over as fast as we can. So... here we go.
There's a lot of juicy details in this.
So this was from last week, and we were talking about... there's a nice graphic here as well. Very nice. We were talking about optimizations in SE2. Marek being really... Again, as we continue our journey of transparency, really kind of opening up what we're doing in terms of optimizations in this case. And this is one of the ones that they covered was scenario loading times. So you can see how they're evolving from the different versions here. So obviously this, as it says, this doesn't just matter for the team, for the players, but also the team. So when we're working on the game, being able to load into it quickly to test things that have been implemented for QA, whatever it is, it's a big deal. So you can see here, right, the different versions, and we have the load time. And where it's gone from 65, this is, in this case, right, this is a 288,000 PCU world. And the load time has gone from 66 seconds down to 47 seconds. So almost 20 seconds less.
It just shows that continued optimization, really, doesn't it? I think that's the key thing that players want to see, and a team want to continue to do is continue to optimize so they can get in game, they can load up worlds faster, and they can also build more challenging things with less issues. So it is very nice to see. Yeah,
think how many hours you'll save over the next years by that. Those 10, 20 seconds will add up. 10, 20 seconds here, 10, 20 seconds there. Incredible. And I'm sure this will continue, guys. So this is one thing here. So what else do we have here? So the team, they're also working on better deformation LODs. The goal is to keep destruction and collision looking details believable while obviously having performance, because I'm sure you guys have crashed at least once or twice and experienced some unfavorable, not unfavorable, but less than ideal, performance when it comes to collisions. So here you can see an example of this. We see the red ship crashing into the asteroid, and in the case, the debug view above here, it's a lot smoother than I've personally experienced in SC2. I'll say that. I'm not sure. I'm also curious if they've softened it, because the thing, the red ship goes pretty much fully inside the asteroid there. So
yeah, it's done some good damage, isn't it? Really, there.
It has. The ship hold up pretty well.
I always find that it always depends just exactly how you hit an asteroid. If you catch one engine bay a little bit too quick, then you don't go as deep in the asteroid, or maybe even if you're traveling slower, of course, that's going to be another factor.
Yeah.
But the softness of the asteroid, I don't think is a factor in SE1.
That's definitely true. I'm just quickly here. I'm just making sure this is good to go. Hold on. All right, now I'm ready to show. So that was the deformation stuff. We haven't got that. This one isn't as packed as this week's, guys. So next up, we're talking about some possible visuals for safe zones. Experiment the different styles and effects, trying to find a look that is clear and fits the art direction, but also it must obviously communicate protection. So this was some of the safe zone details, and obviously it's similar to SE1, but also the guys like of everything are trying to ramp up the visuals at the same time here. So
of course.
This is very
I'd say it's like continued foundation systems. That's what they're implementing and they're showing you guys here. Like, this is a continuation, like a safe zone is a foundation, sort of system we need, or the player needs for protection. So, as development continues on, you will see this develop further, and it might take on different shapes. And I know something that Marek is focused on with these safe zones at the moment is how they intersect with the asteroids and stuff. If you want to work to improve them and make that effect look better. So just think of this as, the introduction. We're showing you the early stages of safe zone development.
Yeah, I really like how it interacts with the asteroids. It kind of like lights up. It's the same when a ship goes through it. I think that's a really cool look. Now, Oomba's asking a question, which I think we should probably. Oomba's asking, will the winning songs be added to SE2 at some point? It's called the SE2 music competition after all, and I think the answer is, well, right now, because of just the state of where SE2 is in development, I think. The plan is right now is to have them in SE1, and I think it's unconfirmed about SE2, but obviously in SE2 right now there is no kind of way of playing those things, so I think it's kind of up for discussion.
Yeah, it's still being discussed at the moment, and there is technically just no jukebox within Space Engineers 2 as of yet.
Yeah,
but I mean, that could change in the future.
Yeah.
That could change in the future because people will want to play the tracks as they're building, and I don't see why these tracks couldn't be added in the future. But it's something that will have to be debated by the team, and when that music block does come along, then we can work it out from there.
As well, Aaron, I feel like there's one thing. I think SE2 has different music in the game, so obviously all these different tracks and stuff shouldn't be in the game like when you're moving around. But what I do like the idea of, this is just speculation, guys, it's not a confirmation. I think it'd be pretty cool actually if like every track that we have in SE1 was also in a potential future SE2 jukebox, because it's a different kind of thing. It's just for playing good vibes in your ship, so it'd be kind of some Easter egg as well to SE1, but who knows, we'll see how it goes. Just an idea I had.
We'll have to see, and I'm sure they'll like that idea.
So next up, we've got the material linker. So Alice is a member of our SE2 team and works in advanced 3D character artist. So this is she shares something very cool. It's her first Python plugin for Marmoset toolbag called Material Linker. So this is a very nice. What do you guys feel about this character here? What do you think about this, Aaron? Without saying too much.
Without saying too much, you are getting a sneak look at a particular character. A particular character from from Space Engineers 2 that you'll know a little bit more about in the future. But it's a beautiful armor set. But when I first saw this for me in my mind was a cross between, in my head, of Iron Man and Ninja Turtles. I don't know why. But that was
the red and the gold, and then the backpack.
That was the vibe I got. But I thought it looks incredibly cool. It's nice to have a different direction with the sort of suit and the helmet and the configuration of the outfit. It looks really cool.
But also there's some other interesting details which I'm not going to comment on, but it's pretty visible even without zooming in. So there's some very, very, very interesting stylistic choices of this that we've never seen before in Space Engineers 1, and I think that it speaks a little bit towards the we've already discussed how there's going to be different factions in SE2 in terms of the lore. So it's all going to be very interesting. So I won't say anything more, but still, very nice. So this
we're hinted enough. Hinted enough there.
So this tool automatically links all your textures to their corresponding materials in one go, just one click. It saves a lot of time when setting up PBR maps, and it works across many different conventions. So this is so Alice made a video on this here, and is it? Here we go. Here's Alice. We see that. I think that's the end. So we can let it. Let me see if you can.
Yeah. So it's just a very nice sort of video explaining how to get the textures to the model.
Yeah, so and there's some really cool stuff inside of it there, so you should definitely take a look, guys, and listen in here when I'm not yapping. This is inside of the blog post, so we can always link this up as well. But it's very interesting, I think.
Chat for you guys.
I think it's very interesting for just general players, but I think especially for like modders and 3D artists, I think it's very cool to hear the development of these tools. So really great stuff from Alice, and that brings us to the close of that blog post. So I did want to say that, but people like what they see, Aaron. They really do like what they see here. So that's always good. So now we come on this week. And this one was extremely action-packed. I'm really going to... I mean, I don't even know. I'm going to have to freaking... What time is it? Yeah. As long as we have, like... I'm going to have to fly through this in, like, 10 minutes. So we have at least, like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 for some showcase. We'll see how Aaron's cooking on the old scheduler map there. Let's have a look. Hold on.
We'll see how we do when we're getting through it. Because I know the main thing on this one is we wanted to get a bit of Apex played. We wanted to have a look at some grids and showcase them off.
So I'll try. I really try and speed through this here. I think this is what I wanted to show. Okay, great. I'm just gonna come up here. It'll be like a slideshow. It'll go quick if I don't yap. So let's have a look. Right, here we go then, guys. So you probably saw it, but I'm always gonna ask you guys, how many people didn't see that last dev diary? Like, how many of you guys? I'm sure some of you guys are catching some of them, but missing others. But I'm curious if, somehow, you only see them on these streams. Let me know. But give me an 07 in the chat if you haven't seen these yet. So this was from yesterday. Very, very, very cool indeed. Now look at this. Colonization and map design. So Marek's talked about colonization, Metaloop in previous blog posts. Here is a quick summary. The heart of Space Engineers 2 gameplay is the colonization of the Almagest system. And it's divided into different regions, of its own resources, challenges, opportunities. This is like by completing missions and building infrastructure, you raise your colonization progress, a measure of humanity's foothold in this new star system. I mean, look at this, Aaron. Can you imagine? This is the stuff of dreams right here for Space Engineers. It is.
And you know what's really nice about this is click and have a zoom in and just have a look at this fabulous map. I know a while ago we leaked from, a little presentation that we had about this new colonization map. But here it is, and it looks absolutely beautiful. There's also additionally some videos that we'll go into a little bit later that show how, as you unlock more sectors, and the videos that you're going to see are very early previews of this map. And some of these art bits that you're seeing that look a little bit more fancy are more concept art that, that we're aiming towards getting our map to look like, or when we develop it further. So that's something to bear in mind.
Yeah, not all of it's, I guess, fully functional yet, but I'm saying Aaron, I want to go to the aluminum heaven. So there's some interesting things on this map. So very, very, very cool. Every project matters. A power station, a mining outpost, even defending against threats. Everything contributes to colonization. We call this the new space race, a clear and visible progression path while still keeping the sandbox freedom that defines Space Engineers, which is huge. So here we go. We can see the chemic sector, 24% colonized. The total colonization index. And Aaron, this is just it. Like, you see these different regions, but this is going to mean that, we'll see people trying to speed run colonization. You know what I mean? That's the point. Like, with this kind of completionist arc, you can continue playing or whatever, but if you want to complete it and not finished, but you know what I mean? That there's going to be different ways to approach that, stuff like that.
Well, exactly. But the more important thing as well, this gives guidance to some players who want that sort of guidance when they're playing through. And I know there's tons of players, especially a lot of the hardcore players who stuck around, who don't need any guidance in their sandbox experience, that they will do whatever they want to do within the world. But a lot of players like a beginning, middle, and end. And colonization of these sectors kind of gives you that gameplay, so you know what you've got to get to next. And in the simplest terms ever, it takes me back to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas when you're doing the gang territory takeovers. That's what it reminds me of, and it's such a simply, what I would say is a simple mechanic, but this is taken to the next level of taking over all these different sectors. Making sure that civilization crosses between these sectors and unlocks the ones next to it as well. So very cool indeed.
It's super cool. It's very, 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 very cool. So, yes. Next up, guys, let's have a little look. The story layer, people are asking about this. The story layer is optional. If you want, you can take missions from NPCs planned for VS4, NPCs VS4, very nice, or the contract block and push the narrative forward, or you can ignore it all and just play pure sandbox. Colonization simply provides a purpose and a sense of progress for those who want it. So that's really key. Another graphic here, and I think, just definitely keep in mind, this is really work in progress, guys. But you can see it now. You'll press the menu open. You'll have a character grid, build, map, GPS, colonization. Now we have GPS markers that are visualized on the map here. There's stuff like this. I mean, again, this is really just, some of this is kind of conceptual, but still, I think it's extremely, extremely exciting. So, okay, so we have the design. Now comes the tedious, patient, meticulous programming work needed to make it all of this real. We're implementing the progression system and the sector map. Check it out. Work in progress, colonization sectors. It's a short video. So this is how it looks right now in the game. And let's see here. Maybe you can add something as we look at this.
I was just going to add, it does look really cool. What I also like is that on that last picture there, you can actually see some of very interesting points of interest. You can see connection points between them as well are formed. I'm not going to hint exactly what that's for at the moment, but you can see each one of these sectors has these sort of hubs, you could say. So then they all connect up with you see the lines there. And you can also see, if you look at the far left where it says you are here, you're at the relation station that we know from this update.
Oh,
is above the jaw.
There it is. You are, yes. Sorry, I'm going back up because Aaron's a bit behind. But yeah, you are here. That's on this map. So we're just looking at now, Aaron, the video of it. And you can see what the guys are doing here. So they're clicking this button in the debug that says add 20% progress, as if you completed a mission. So they're kind of simulating, so if you come back here, it starts off in this kind of like blue color. And then when the programmer goes to add the progress, you can see it's getting like more.
It's going to be an interesting one, this one, because I couldn't, from these early stages, I'm guessing this is hinting towards that when you complete a section, it unlocks neighboring sections, for the player to then go into and start colonizing. That's what I believe this is hinting at, but I don't want to say too much in case it's not. But you can see as he's adding more colonization to that section, it goes green, meaning that it's fully colonized, and then the areas next to it unlock sort of up.
You know what I'm going to say on this second, as we get through this, Aaron, I still don't think that the players out there, the community, they're pretty hyped. I'll be honest. I see a lot of players that enjoy Apex Survival, but they're hyped about SE2. I'm not sure they're hyped enough, to be honest. When they, I think when the players can get into this, it is going to be epic. Like it's, oh man, I can't even. I gotta kind of hold back my excitement.
I think the one thing here, like we're brushing over. We've got a map in Space Engineers. Like, I mean, this is like I've seen this for a bit now, and I've kind of brushed over it. But imagine you hit a button and you have a map. Like you don't get that in Space Engineers 1. So Space Engineers 2, you hit a button and have a map. And your GPS points are plugged in over this map. That's going to be game-changing. It's going to be so cool.
Just for understanding, because I tell you what, it's very difficult. Like, in your spectator, sure, there's some magic, but it can be very difficult to understand, like, where things are, like, your relation to other stuff. So I think having something like this is going to be, huge in that regard. So that's another little video here, just showing GPS markers, guys. We're getting through this. We really need to speed this up. And building the foundation of planet placement. So this is, again, we have an example here. Like the guys are spawning in Chemic. So they're going to just activate the planet placer. The planet placer. So now they have Chemic. They put it in. You can see some UI on the top left. And they've arrived on... Hold on. Wait a second. Is that... Yeah.
Oh, so they're just showing that it's spawned in the world. Because this was something that players were debating as well, like if I spawn in a planet, how will it affect the colonization map? Well, you can see it then appears on the map as a new place you've spawned in. So you could build your own star system if you wanted to. You could delete planets and then have your own sectors sort of connected up with planets that you've made. So you could make your own if you wanted to.
I know Aaron's gonna hide me on the old the overhype here, but just again not confirming, but just saying, guys, imagine like some of the modding potential. I'm just gonna say, I think Marek's already talked about it. Imagine like, you guys building out your own solar system with own like colonization and missions or whatever it is. There's so much. I don't know. The potential here is mind-boggling.
Exactly. So, a player could build his own sector, and then you could play the vanilla one, and then you could go and colonize someone's modded sector, for instance. It's all very exciting. I can't wait to see what players do with it when they get their hands on these features.
Yeah. So in the VS2 update, you will see the foundations of colonization and mission systems. Once this layer is complete, we'll make it pretty and have the structure in place to grow and expand colonization into the core experience of SE2. So now we can really flick over these. These are just very nice images of VS2 VS2, guys, VS2, Vertical Slice 2, Planet Survival. Look at Verdure and Chemic. Look at this. Way. Aaron, look at this. This is a screensaver right here. Look at the level of detail. Look at like these biomes, like all these lines. You got like this desert, this kind of like volcanic area, like these dried.
They actually look even better in this. That's the mad thing about this. Like when you actually look at these in game, they look even better. You can see these little fluffy bits above certain areas that are clouds.
Yeah.
But when you're in game, they look so much better than this screenshot. Like it's hard, to even tell. But when you get access to these planets, you'll be able to zoom out yourself and have a look at these planets and they're just wow.
And we know that they apply shadows to the surface, and you can see that even here. Even now, you can see these clouds. You can see where this casting shadow on the surface of the planet, which is crazy. So, but you probably haven't seen Valation Station above it. So this is
it's a bit of a tongue twister.
Valation Station
yeah.
in low orbit above Chemic here. Look at this beautiful station. Aaron, I haven't seen many stations like this yet. This classic kind of like prongs out. This is amazing build by our team. But yeah, this is stunning.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's a classic Space Engineers color scheme as well.
Of course,
of course. When we see these planets in, we're going to see more of this as well. I think the planets is going to be a big factor into how people play the game. They have a place to visit, explore, build upon. So we'll see even more crazy creations come out of it from there. Plus, they'll have gravity acting on the designs. We'll see all sort of people trying to force out rovers and force out technology before it's ready. Building it with their own strange mods and things. So it's going to be really exciting when VS2 comes to the players.
There's some comments that I can't read out, Aaron, but I wish I could. John says, we only had one hype man before. Now there's two of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to behave on the hyping stuff, but it's really hard when I'm that excited about it, to be honest, because it's just it's beautiful, and it's so nice to have all these features as well. Like, I mean, if you think about it, we've got them tiny blocks that we can now build with. We're going to have a map. We are really building like some really cool features into the foundation of Space Engineers 2 that we've wanted forever. So you can't not be hyped about it.
And look at this. Look at Chemic here as well, Aaron. The desolate Chemic.
This is my dream world. This is like the perfect Mad Max world where you can ravage the planet and you cruise around in your cool sort of Mad Max ships and creations and whatnot. It's very, very desolate.
As they say,
like a desolate planet.
My Arrakis, my Dune.
Yeah, it's got some cool bits on here. Like,
if you look over here, Aaron, on the left, like look at the like this looks like a painting almost. Like if I look at these lines, this ridge line going here. Like
well, when I looked even closer, I thought some of these looked like dinosaur sort of, skeletons.
Oh yeah, like fossils. Yeah, like I can't even believe what I'm looking at.
There's like one that looks a bit like a skeleton, like a scorpion on the left there as well. Of course they're not, but I mean, like it leads to your eyes. It's like looking at clouds and stuff. If you want to see something there, you will.
Yeah, I mean, if people see something, then if it's there are certain things even in SE1 that really stand out as like, oh yeah, that place, that valley. Like you could have Scorpion Valley or whatever. I have no doubt that if there's such recognizable locations here, I don't know. I'm trying to point out like this or something.
Well, as we scroll,
as we scroll, as we scroll, we can see some of that.
You'll see some incredible things as we scroll. Some very iconic locations that people won't be able to get enough of.
Oh, these volcanoes here. Look at this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, the volcanoes. Oh, they are damn cool.
Now we must add, liquid lava is not a confirmed feature, although it's been speculated, but still, like, Because when I hear volcano, I mean, obviously it's active volcanoes and hibernated. What's the other word for it? But
Dormant.
still,
Is it
dormant? Yeah, dormant volcanoes. That's it. These cliff, like, still, I still think it's going to change the way you navigate planets, like, quite a bit, because some of these cliff faces are so steep. You're not going to be able to just rock up these.
Well, I'm going to say the obvious. Everyone wants to build like a supervillain volcano base, don't they? like I mean, if we don't give them lava initially, then players will make their own lava and they'll build massive bases on top of it, because that is the dream in it, having a villain volcano base on top of your lava there. Very cool.
Well, never say never. Even it was Marek who brought up lava, not me. Although back in the release stream, so we'll see. Anyway,
that or beer coming out of it.
What's that?
Well, the things we discussed, weren't they, with lava, beer, and water?
Oh yeah, it's true.
So unless we put beer in all the volcanoes.
Well, on that note, guys, we've reached the end, and as always, please do give us a review on Steam. It really helps, and we always are actively going over those, because there's a lot of ways to give feedback to the game, right? There's obviously the Discord, there's the feedback support site, most importantly social media, but the reviews are also a very focused part to read people's reviews. And I mean, often, people, they might give a positive review but then also say, yeah, but I feel this. So whatever it is that's on your mind, guys, please do do that. It really does help. So yeah, that's pretty much the end, Aaron, and I'm going to load up the game without any more faffing around.
Oh, lovely. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, like the feedback and support, and especially reporting them bugs, is absolutely crucial for development. We can have a look at that feedback, we can have a look at the bugs that you're reporting, and we can make changes. And it comes in handy so much. We're always looking at the things that you guys are writing down, especially on Marek's blog as well. If you're writing there, Marek's probably looking at them directly, and who knows, you might get a direct response from Marek there as well. So yeah, keep the reviews coming and keep the line of communication open with us, and that's why we're trying to remain as transparent as possible with you, because we want you to see what we're working on, so you can kind of have a bit of prediction of the projects ahead and how we're listening to your feedback.
Exactly there. So we're going to load into the game now, and John Wack is confirmed there should be a server up, so we're going to jump in here, guys. But John, you might have to remind me the password. You can put it in the chat, John. It's all good. Let me know. Wait, what was the... Oh, it might be the same password as last time. Let me see if he didn't change it. I don't want to get banned. Hold on.
What, if you put the wrong password in, you get banned, do you?
Well, after 3 attempts, I think you do.
Oh, okay. Oh, you can't...
Yeah, it's the wrong password. So let's waiting on John here. We'll load on up. So I'm going to ask in the meantime, server is password? What? What I will say is, guys, now it's been another week gone by. What are you continuing to enjoy in 207 Apex 5 or the most? What have you been doing? That's been like, damn, this was cool, but this is... Hold on. The server
have you managed to have a little bit more of a play, or have you still just what we played last weekend?
I have not managed to have a play, and that is a crime. So,
okay.
I have the password now. No, I think I'm joining it now. Hold on.
I've managed to fit a little bit more play in some of the evenings as well, and I've managed to get myself a basic farm going, and I've also tried to do a restart from survival, because this is what I was going to say to the guys as well. We've took your feedback on board with the bed situation, if you know about the bed situation, and we will be giving you a free bed in the next update.
That's a pretty big leak, Mr. Aaron.
So that's not a big leak. That is something official that I've been told that I can say, and I'm going to make that an official announcement next week for you guys as well. Because we want to make it fair for new players and players that don't have the DLC. So the bed, sleeping in your bed and staying, full while your crops grow, will be no longer a thing after we release that.
Yeah, I don't know who found this. It was like, hold on a minute, because someone probably did it, and then someone else would have been like, hold on a minute, that's not in, that's only a DLC thing. So, as I say, we heard that feedback, guys, and Aaron has now confirmed free bed coming to Space Engineers in the next update. What might that free bed might look like? We can only speculate.
But at least you can sleep, safe tonight, knowing that. Sleep tight knowing that you'll be getting a new bed. And hopefully it'll aid you in your survival, because that's what we want. We want it to be a nice, fair experience for everyone. And we don't want the meta to be buy DLC pack 1 to get yourself a bed to survive easier.
There's a dog inside my base, Aaron.
Is there a wolf inside your base? Have you managed to remove the wolf in a humane...
I found the most humane way possible.
Okay. Too bad you can't vacuum them up.
Nah, it's not working. I'll let Red take care of it when I'm not looking. Oh, hold on. I think damage has to turn on.
Yeah, you can't remove it until then. It's just going to keep going at you.
Oh, man.
Because the plan, just to go over the plan today, we are going to do a bit of a showcase as well, aren't we? In this world,
yes.
We're going to bring people's creations in, and we're going to be doing a bit more of a showcase. But still, you know, if we get some.
Where's it running?
Why is it?
It's like running. I thought that's kind of brutal. It was like running. It was trying to escape. It was trying to run for the door. That was actually really weird behavior. It just suddenly took a right and ran out. It was like, please no. So. We saw this station last week. I'm just going to turn it on again just because I think this is so super cool. I know this particular one, Aaron, people are still waiting to get this on the workshop, I think. I know there's... Oh, no, maybe this particular one is, but I think there was the full world. I think people were still waiting on, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know if we've got the full world that we can pass out at the moment, but I know we've got all the individual items if players want to, you know, have them and then place them down. If the players really want the full world, we can have a look at sorting that out. But I believe it was just because it was in a different version of the game that we didn't want to release it in case they had some issues.
Yeah, I hear that. So John's going to put the password in the chat, guys, in a second here, all right? And then you guys can come on in. We won't, but now here's a strict rule. We only want to see farming related builds, else we'll ban you forever. Discord, everywhere. No, I'm kidding. But for reals, it would be great to see builds that are really featuring the newest features of this update. And
what I'll say is, if we get some really nice ones in there, it'd be lovely, because then I can, crop them up and we can show them all over the platforms, and really share these out there within the community and in the TikToks, in the YouTube shorts. So if we can get some nice ones here tonight, that would be really cool to share.
Definitely. And I'm curious to see, I'm not sure if you guys have like a station with like an automated farm like this you can paste in, but I would love to see. Now, I'm going to cover some of the things. I want to talk some of the things I saw in the workshop. Aaron, did you see Newtguard's vertical planter bed? Did you see that?
Oh, I did actually.
Very nice.
There's a few that I've seen that I've kind of been like, wow, how does that work? And then I click on it and go, well, it's painfully obvious. Why has no one else developed a system like this?
Yeah, because it looks very vanilla as well. Like, you have like a block. I don't know. Let me find something. Let's say this. But rather than then you have like the kind of seed bed, like kind of slightly angled, which is very interesting here. I also saw a couple of mods. I saw some mods about you can't believe it's not meat or something like that, like a vegan mod. I also saw what else?
I don't see an issue with that. It's nice. It's nice to see.
A lot of people
having a bit of a glance through and updating myself on if there's anything new that's like really cool that we can have a look at tonight.
A lot of people aren't a fan of killing the wolves, so save the wolves has become a thing as well. And I've seen some mods that there is some very interesting things out there to prevent harming the local wildlife. We'll say that much.
I do like that. We've got planting automation. Yeah, save the world walls.
Yes.
I've seen that.
We should talk about that, Aaron. We should talk about that. And now, now there's a mod, right, to plant the seeds. And I think it didn't take very long, but obviously this was something that we discussed. And
we should have a good talk about this, though. Really, we should have a look. We should.
Oh, we should.
We should say, instead of us being like developers here, we should weigh up like the pros and cons, and also explain why our developers wanted you to plant the seeds as well.
Yeah. So just to remind people, the reason was it wasn't a lack of like couldn't do. It was more like an actual balanced decision, because the game designers didn't want you guys to just have like these fully automated farms that would just have like, you know, 1 million tons of grain that never goes bad, if that makes sense. I think it was. I think.
Yeah, I think
that was a big part of it. It was about the game balance, and that actually it requires some. You know, you can automate parts of it, but it was. Now you could disagree, guys. Maybe you would say, "Oh, I don't really care about the game balance. Let me engineer." I don't know, but there was a big decision about it. Go on, Aaron.
So I will say, right, so this planting automation, is a little bit better than you would think, because the original idea was that you just stuff a load of seeds in the planter bed, or you could conveyor them in from underneath.
Right,
Okay?
right.
That was so the automated farming mod. What it does is it allows you to sprinkle the seeds on top. So just like we went and hoovered them up before, we could press another button and it sprinkles the seeds back in. So then the seeds are collected by the farming beds, and then they start to grow again. So it's like, it's not full automation where it instantly pumps them in from the conveyors and gets them growing, because I think that was the big thing the devs wanted to avoid, was that you just pipe it in, it start growing, you cut it off, and you'd be gone.
Yeah.
So having that step of you have to have something that drops the seeds back on to the planters is a really nice step. And I think it's nice because people want to automate it, but you don't want to make it too easy. And that's exactly what the developers were thinking as well.
Well, that's where, because, you know, what we saw there with that mod was that it still requires engineering. It's like you have a similar kind of monorail system or a robotic arm or specifically, you know, like this kind of thing that I'm using now. This vehicle, which is weird, it's sparking today. I don't know if a hotfix changed something. I know it was a hotfix because when I was showing it, it was not sparking like this. But it's kind of dramatic. But still, the point is that this could also be seeding, right? It could be you could be dropping seeds, because then actually farming equipment, be it vehicles like this, or be it, you know, robotic arms, or be it, you know, whatever kind of systems that we have, it's still. Sorry, some weird noises happening outside. Okay. It still requires a fair amount of engineering. Whereas, of course, yeah, if you just have these conveyors. Now, obviously, these beds are already being conveyed up for the watering system, right? But yeah, if they were getting like collected, seeded, and watered all just like without any kind of input, it would just be, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'd be too quick and too easy in terms of survival. But I know a lot of players out there, they try and automate every system, because that is technically the best part of engineering, or the top level of engineering, is you engineer your way so well to success. You don't actually have to do anything manually as a character anymore. You know, your ammunition production, you know, every sort of element of your gameplay is automated. So you've just got the supplies on standby. Maybe like a lot of people even automate the mining, so they don't have to go out mining anymore. They just come and collect it from that ship every now and then, drop it back off at the base, and they've got supplies that'll last them, you know, weeks in game. So I understand the automation factor as well, but I really like the idea of players having to work themselves to a point where they've got enough skill in their engineering to build a machine that can do it.
Yeah, no, 100%. And we're gonna go ahead and read the chat here, guys, because and I'm just curious. Let's see what people are saying about this. Hold on. The game is all about automating stuff. Why not this? Come to think of it, are there going to be locusts? So we need a prototype farm that can auto-plant.
Yeah, there is already a bunch of automated farming mods that I'm seeing here on the workshop. And some people are just plumbing them in through the connectors. So it's interesting. And I guess the thing is, with Space Ninja, you can tune the game exactly how you want. If you want it super easy and everything automated, you can do that as well.
Let me just see what else the YouTube chat's saying as well here. I just wish the wild food was easy to find. I've yet to find veggies in my casual world. That's unusual, because I know this world right here.
Well, that's where the food radar mod could help you. So yeah, there's another mod of food radar where ever finding to struggle, wild juicy apples. There you go. You can see it has it's like an ore detector, but a food detector.
Yeah.
So it tells you where they are. That's an interesting idea, though. That having a food detector might make things a little bit easier, but they are quite obvious as well. They do stand out from the rest of the terrain.
So I'm going to turn on building right now, because right now people can't actually build. That's I don't know. Is it? Hold on. Are we in survival? Oh, well, I'm confused. Or is it just the fact the building's turned off? Right, I'll turn building on, guys. But remember, we want to see Apex survival builds, please. I don't want to see some crazy things that aren't related. Not that I don't want to see them, but today we really want to.
Like
we really want to see
the
specifically.
farming mech was good though. The farming mech.
The farming
was good,
mech that we saw a farming mech on the weekend. It was sick. It was basically a John Deere mech. It was very nice. So it could have been a hopper sort of thing. So you have to drop the. Yeah, Llewellyn, that's what we're talking about a little bit. We're talking a little bit about, you know, about the idea. That's what that mod does, and it's basically. It's like it just pops seeds out. So, and what the designers said is that this is how it is right now. But if you guys believe there should be some form of automation that you can do to plant seeds other than going into it, then make your opinions known. That's why I'm asking you guys.
Exactly, because they were very, very vocal about that. That if you guys have, you know, an idea that you think would be a more exciting system, we want your feedback on it. Because at the moment, it's the idea of stopping it from just being completely automated. Like you can automate your collection, you just can't automate your planting.
So let's see. Now, I'm going to be looking. If I see builds that aren't particularly related to the thing, I might not look at them. I'm really going to start looking at things that I see that are based on the latest updates. Let's have a look over here. I see this. This looks like a farming thing over here.
Yeah, let's have a look at that little black sort of area lab thing on the side, or where are you off to?
I'm going off. Yeah, it is a farm. There's like this building here, Aaron. It's got these kind of like silos at the end. I'm not sure if John's in here. All right. I've turned building off for now. And it's also got like this really interesting crane system. I know you're going to be a bit behind it, Aaron.
I love a crane. Yeah, nice. I love a crane. I love a crane.
And I feel like this truck might be connected to this whole farming operation. So I'm going to go inside of this thing and we'll come back out. But I love what I see already here. So let's go through the doors. We'll let this barn. And here we are in this farming operation here. So we've got the lovely new containers off the side, probably, you know, putting all like the stuff that's been collected up. Got these nice overhead lights. I just, again, this is very well built. I'm just gonna have a look who made this one. Get me a welder.
Yeah, I like the look of this. It's nicely laid out, isn't it?
This one here is by Lomin Soda. So shout out to Lomin Soda here.
Oh, you know what I didn't think of though?
What did you think, Aaron?
Them green crates in here, when they're painted green, they almost look like ammunition cases, don't they? As well, so you could use them there for, you know, another use.
They actually kind of could. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, they're like, yeah,
I love
that's
that
actually
when
good.
Players paint something or they adjust something, and then you go, that's another thing you could use it for. Yeah,
exactly. So check this out. Very nice. This is the kind of operation here. Now, I wonder how they. I'm not. It's not certain how they collect the stuff in this. They don't seem to have an automated system here. But on the other side, we come up here, and there's like an. Oh yes, there is like a loading arm. Look at this, Aaron. So
where's this?
Hold on. Let it catch up. So let's say you've put all the stuff you've collected into the car container, which is connected to this crane via conveyors. Very industrial looking. And then it can this little connection here can attach the top of the truck, I hope. Although maybe is it got the range? It should have the range. There's another piston that's not extended there, so it should work actually. And it's spitting out some tasty algae, it looks like.
There's a lot of players living off algae at the minute, aren't there?
It was always going to be a thing. And it looks like the truck is also by Lomin Soda. So let's have a little look. Very nice semi here.
I don't know if the truck's designed to like drop it off more at the side there rather than, you know, where it's positioned at the minute.
I don't know. I really think it's designed for this because it's got this little thing at the top. It's opened up. Oh, there we go. Now, oh no. It's just like there's one more piston or even two more pistons that need to extend. I don't know who's in... Oh, Lomin Soda's... Okay, interesting. We'll see. Unless I'm missing something.
It's a nice looking truck though as well. I like that. I like a good semi. He's shaking that nozzle, isn't he, trying to empty out the algae?
It's really nice. I love the design of this. And there's also just, you know, Aaron, it could just be from the side. Look, if the truck pulled up to the side of this thing, it could just drop straight into the collectors here, easy. Like you know, combine harvester. You get like the no, it's not really a combine harvester. But you know, like the combine harvester is that thing that comes out and then it drops the seeds into like the back of some big truck. You know, not truck, like trailer.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
get
that.
you, I get you. Because then you take it down to the silo, wouldn't you? Where if you were playing too much farming simulator, you'd get paid out.
Exactly.
It'll be interesting though when it comes to economy and economy-like things. Is how much farming will play into economy as well.
Oh, for sure. No, and that's and obviously as a reminder, guys, someone said most wanted 2 when. Well, the next update, guys, 208 is going to be focused on quality of life improvements and things, and I think there's definitely room for that to be also some of the most wanted changes that players want. So it's mainly going to be still going to be a very nice update. There's still going to be some substantial stuff. It's just not going to be when it comes to the mechanics, I guess, maybe like as this update. But I honestly think players go crazy for these kind of updates, Aaron. Like quality of life, like there can be some tiny things that can completely change the way people play the game. It's crazy, to be honest.
Well, the key thing with the quality of life is making it easier to play. And I know over the years that this game has become so much easier to play and so much more enjoyable as well. Like, I mean, there's some people that complain about little features here and there, but if you played this game, years ago, you'd go, "Wow, I'm spoiled for choice on what I can do now."
Oh, for sure. This is most of the stuff we look at on the screen is stuff of dreams.
Yeah, trailers. Like I dreamed about making trailers years ago.
I'm not surprised, Mr. Aaron.
And then the fork, you can build a forklift now. You can control turrets, just like that little turret that controlled the algae drop-off point. That wasn't possible, was it? We had to have a turret command script, and all these technicality bits and bobs. But now you can just do that completely vanilla. It's crazy.
And now I'm wondering, apparently in the chat, how do you guys say it? Is it algae or algae? Or algae? How do you say it? How are you saying it, Aaron?
I'm saying it both ways, I think. I don't know who's just throwing out
hold on, what would I say? Algae.
Algae?
Now I even know how I would say it. And you've thrown me off.
No, algae.
I think you said algae. What did I say? Algae?
I think I've actually looked at this, and I think you can technically say both.
Is it one of those US, UK, English things?
No, I don't think it's that. I just think you can say both, because when I've typed it into Google, you can say either and you mean the same thing.
Space Ace is saying algae. Second, Ali G.
Maybe we need
it's algae.
A marine biologist in the chat or something.
So, there's walls everywhere. So yeah, very nice stuff here from Lom and Soda, including this forklift. Let's look at the next stuff here. So I'm gonna say it's a very nice tank. It looks like it's by John, but I'm gonna look at it and say, "Nice tank, sir," but move on until
that's it.
I've ensured that there is no more farming / Apex survival related content here. Now, I could be me. Maybe that was technically a tractor. I could be wrong. Oh, I see something very cool. I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Are you ready, Aaron? I see something that's very, very, very cool.
Is it going to excite me?
I think it is. Here we go.
Oh, good. It's another farm.
Wow. Holy freaking moly. I absolutely love it. I feel like this is some other kind of operation going on here. Ooh. Look at this. This is one of the... Oh my! I'm lost for words, Aaron. Look at this.
Oh wow, it's very beautiful. Oh wow, this is. I've just seen it. We've just walked in there.
I know this delayed response. This is one thing. A good thing when you're in the same room as me. That was pretty sick.
Yeah. We got to look at it straight away. Now collecting the. Oh look at that! I love having these sort of tanks behind it with the plants in the algae plants.
But what it looks like is, we've got the planters. We've got very cool neon. We've also got the oil detector spinning there, and it almost looks like a sprinkler or something watering the plants. Then in the background, the algae, just bubbling away.
This is a dream, really. Like I always say, this now is interior detail of Space Engineers 1 stuff has gone through the roof with these blocks. Like this is incredible.
I came in the wrong way. I came in the wrong way, actually, Aaron.
Oh no.
Oh man, I should have. Oh, this is the whole thing. So who's this by? I think I know who it's by. I knew it. Alzumi.
Okay, there we go.
Alzumi. He's been cooking quite literally. So let's have a little look here. I probably should have ended in this room, to be honest. So this obviously is a subgrid. This is subgrid magic. I almost said shenanigans, but subgrid magic. Alzumi is one of those players in the community who has been for a long time playing SE2 in SE1. What I mean by that is pretty much, the old unified grid system, but in SE1, because there is a mix here, as you can probably tell, of large grid and small grid. That is how they're able to achieve combinations not normally possible. And so it's very cool to see because, hey, you can do it in SE1. But it should also always be a reminder of why SE2 is going to be so amazing, because stuff like this, it's not easy to do in SE1, but it's going to be easy to do in SE2 just because of the game. Exactly. So I'm honestly blown away, Aaron. This is incredible.
I really like this as well. Like it's just the way it's lit up, the levels that it's got going on to it. Yeah, it's a lovely setup. This beautiful work there, Alzumi.
So let's carry on through this station a little bit. So we've got these planters as well. What are they called again? These ones? I forgot the name of these ones. With the, I like these with the spinning ones.
Oh, the spinning ones. They're ore detectors, aren't they?
No. Sorry, it's killing me. Cylindrical.
The algae, the cylindrical.
I just have a look here. Inset planter. Thank you.
Oh, inset planter. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I like the use of having the extraction fans at the end. That's pretty nice as well. So we're coming in. And as we can see, overall, this station is very detailed. There's all kinds of crazy shapes. Hydroponics. I'm going to walk around this. I'll zoom out here with custom corridors and custom... We've got small grid here, small grid there. There's an elevator.
The team at the moment are really enjoying the rotation. If they can add rotation to something, they stick that rotation on that block. They love a bit of rotation. They cannot resist it.
Oh, you mean like anything that spin animated stuff, right?
Let's make it spin, yeah.
Right, so a little quick look around here. What we've got.
Nice. That's cool. That was a really cool little outpost.
Wow, it's not ended yet, Aaron. So I actually started in the section that was specific more so to this update, but now we saw this part on my stream on the weekend, but it wasn't finished. So that's I think the whole point is we see this incredibly detailed interior. Do you remember this one, Aaron?
Yeah, I remember this as we're coming through it now.
So it's funny that Alzumi continued to build this station, this outpost, and has now added the farming section. I'm very pleased they did, but all of this...
Got new conduit sort of bits with the electrical pipes as well, I can see going around.
They've got the... Let's have a look here. Yeah, see if you can spot something. Is this like a dance thing? I feel like this is one of those dance platforms. I tell you, Aaron, all of these things... The oxygen farms and the algae farms, they make for such nice decoration in the base. I mean, look at this.
Even the little thrusters, the things that... I love the things that bubble as well. We've got a little spider decor on there as well.
I mean, obviously the reason they put these half oxygen farms or whatever was to have nice interiors, like as a wall or something. But the way they're being built into these spaces, I cannot... I'm going to honestly lose my mind at some point. I cannot get over how good SE1 looks. It keeps getting better and better. Like, this doesn't even look like SE anymore. I mean, what I mean by that is, like, obviously SE is a sandbox, block-based game, but some of this stuff really looks like this ship was crafted in, like a 3D modeling software, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. It looks like an SE2 ship, doesn't it? We've got to that point where some of these grids are getting that good. They could, possibly look a bit like an SE2, combined grid, especially if they're flawlessly done like this.
I'm gonna go up the elevator here so we can move on. Love the little barriers close. Up we go. More bubbles.
I wonder if Alzumi's got more planned for this place. Like, will they put a shell on the outside as well to complete it, or is it going to be purely an interior explore?
Well, they've got a message here, Aaron. Heavy work in progress was meant to be made for the bunker competition, but lost motivation, so here it comes now.
I remember that from last week. Yeah. So it's coming late, but even better than normal. If they send it over to us on this one, we can take a little tour, perhaps for a separate video or a short. It's definitely worth having a look at.
Like, I'm feeling if this is going to be underground, like, hence the bunker. Like, Aaron, imagine this lift. You'll see in a second. That I just came up as the entrance, right? These bay windows are above ground, some skylights, but all of this whole thing is like underneath the voxel. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong here, but I kind of feel like I can imagine like this all being code and voxel, just some skylights and then the bunker entrance.
Yeah,
I kind of see what this is going for, and they have like, and then they'll end up with like this, this incredible underground farm.
Yeah. I can imagine that underground there. It'd look really cool. Yeah, I'd love to bury it, and then we'll do it as a little bit of a short.
There you go. Aaron will cook for you, Alzumi. Alzumi, let us know when you finished it, dude.
Send it across, and we'll have a look. With a lot of creations within the community as well. When we do get them sent out to us, we can have a really good look at them. And see if they're a good contender for our little short or something that we can put out and show off your design to.
So Aaron, I'm going to turn on building again because I'm not seeing many more Apex survival focus. I could be wrong. Maybe some of these builds. Oh, let's have a look. Well, here we go. Hold on. So from here, who's this one? From Friction, we have a construction ship using the new Mark II welders and grinders. And look at that. I think these Mark II tools also rank pretty highly when it comes to favorite blocks of the game.
I just love the
GR&D. GR&D.
The double grinder looks great, and the singular welder just has a really industrial feel to it. Yeah.
I'm just looking for other blocks here as well. This is a nice one by Friction. Let's see. Like the color scheme. It's got those modular cargo containers built into the side of it. Nice detailing and paneling around it there. And yeah, just to top it all off, those new tools.
Yeah, I really appreciate the detail on that. I like the different textures that they put on the side as well.
Yeah, they've done like corrugated texture at some point, the corrugated iron kind of texture.
Is it corrugated?
This is corrugated. This block is the modular cargo, which is this how it looks. But then this is corrugated. But then a lot of the other blocks, they aren't corrugated. They're just like clean armor or something. So yeah, very nice construction ship here by Friction. So what I'll do is, guys, I'm going to start deleting some of these things, not because I don't like them, but just because I'm trying to increase performance here a little bit, keep it nice and tidy. But I think that was now this ship. I will have a quick look in this ship. It is here. It was pasted in, and it could have a farm inside, Aaron. So Stone Lords has pasted it in. Let's hope it has a farm inside. I'll say this, it's a very nice ship. Beautiful, in fact. I love this kind of wait, I see farming.
Is there farming there? Oh,
it's farming approved.
Is this the first farm we've seen in a ship? Because I don't feel like we've seen.
I honestly think it might. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any.
I've seen a lot of ground-based farms, but farming a ship is nice.
You know what this reminds me of? If in Star Citizen they have this ship it's still in concept. It was the Endeavor, I think, and it had like these, and also in Battlestar Galactica, there's these, like these ships that have like these big glass biodomes, and inside of them they're filled with. Do you know that thing I'm talking about, Aaron?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it was in Battlestar Galactica. I don't think it was a farm. I think it was just like a nice kind of chill out park area. It got destroyed, of course. Spoilers. But still, yeah, I love this kind of glass domes. Let's kind of look at for a way in here. It's obviously a warship, or at least an all-in-one kind of exploration ship. There's a lot going on. So let's see if we can find the hangar. Let's see.
Yeah, so Stone Lords says it's built for my 207 survival ship to explore the world.
Amazing. Ready for farming.
Yeah, that's what you've got to do, though. You've got to have your farm with you, haven't you, if you explore it?
Well, or you have an outpost and that's just farming, and then you're all kind of stocked up for the journey or something like that.
You know what's interesting as well, as I know a lot of players have pointed this out to us over the last few weeks, is why we didn't, have it as like a biofuel option.
That's a fair question.
Like players could grow their own food.
Oh,
that is
fuel. True. That is true.
Because,
like if you have, go on, Aaron.
Yeah, because I was just going to say, like, a few players have mentioned it to me, and I've said I'm not too sure. We'll mention it back to the team, leave it as a feedback point, because a lot of them thought, oh, we can grow some sort of wheat, we can grow some sort of thing, build like a bio oil, and then run the hydrogen engine off it, so you could actually grow your own, not just food, but your own fuel. So I've seen that comment quite a few times pop up. So I'm definitely going to mention that to the team, and of course, guys who are talking about it, leave it in the feedback as well.
I actually love that. I mean, it's definitely come up, but yeah, we have the plant. Like, we have literally everything. Hold on, let me think here. Yeah, I'm thinking. So we have all the farming stuff. It would be a different crop, right? Now remind me, what do you grow to make biofuel? Is it? It's not rapeseed, is it?
Well, yeah. Well, you can do that. You can use veg oil as well. So basically any sort of vegetable oil. Or sunflower.
So that'd be kind of pretty as well. So I think it wouldn't be that hard to add a new plant type, right? You'd have to create the components, the graphics assets for that. But yeah, so it would be a new type, and it would be specific. Maybe you could eat it. I mean, it could double up. If that's what I'm saying.
Of course.
I forget honestly what makes like the biofuel. So forgive me my ignorance. But the point is that I think all the things are stuff that you can also eat. So it could double up as that, but also in the processor or something, I don't know, maybe it would be in the assembler, I'm not sure. It would basically, maybe there'd be a block that would be like a biofuel processor or something. And then maybe you could then fuel the engines, the engine blocks with that. Like the engines can take multiple sources of fuel or something like that. That makes, although I guess it runs off ice.
It's a cool idea though. I guess you could, it basically gives your your food, your farming another use. And I think that's what a lot of players have been talking about.
Yeah, chat's saying corn, grow beans. That's actually so true. When we think of farming, we've got some amazing stuff already. But yeah, when you think about, if you guys have strong opinions about it, it could still be expanded upon.
Because another thing I know it's about this update is, we obviously we've got a lot of eco people, within our community.
Yeah.
And they all reached out and was like, right, well, we can. I want to be fully eco. I want to be fully off grid. I don't want to use any power sources apart from the sun. What I'm growing. I'm completely off grid within Space Engineers. So I thought that was a fun idea. But yeah, keep mentioning these ideas forward, guys. The team will take them on board and they'll have a think of if it's something that could be implemented or just a generally really fun idea.
100%. I'm just looking around this ship here, and it's very nice. As always, kind of speedrunning it. I like the terrarium behind the kitchen here. That's nice. That's pretty. Got the snail friend right there. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's like you reach in and like, I don't know, serve it up. I'm not sure about that. Probably not. Hopefully not. So let's have a look. I'm a bit lost in the ship here. I'm trying to get up to the, hold on, was there a forward way here? I think there was a forward way. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm going to do a dramatic entrance here. I love this door as well. Like this, like, let me close this. Hold on. Here we go. And then we're walking up. We come out. Oh. I actually kind of want to see this in space now. Actually, screw it. I'm going to go to space. I've decided, Aaron. You guys just chill down here. I want to see this thing in space, like a colony vessel or something. Live in my dreams.
When you're looking out there, instead of the sky, it's space. Just above your farm.
Let me see. Yeah, exactly. That's the vibe I'm trying to capture.
We've seen a few movies, haven't we, where they've had like a glass area like this with, like a singular tree in.
Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, that's so true. Like with the central chamber or something that has a tree.
Yeah, because they always bang on about if you're in space for a long period of time, having some sort of nature, spending some time with some sort of nature might be good. But you always see the moves as well where a ship becomes abandoned and it's got a few plants in, and next minute it's completely overgrown in the inside. And I think that's really cool. That's cool. A proper vibe. I had this weird dream. Maybe someone could turn it into a mod where you could have active plants within Space Engineers where they grow along the surface of blocks. So if the block, so it basically, do you know, like the pipes and the conduit that we've got?
Yeah.
Basically, it calculates the next point where the next piece of conduit would be and clips it on. And if it goes around a corner, just like the neon LEDs, it clips on a corner piece and goes around. So then it just continues to grow until someone, grinds off the pieces that I've clipped on. But, there you go, vines. Yeah, exactly, guys. So, if someone's got the modding power to make something like that, that'd be incredible.
I'm also going to say as well, Aaron, take this moment now that I'm in space. I absolutely love this vibe. And this new skybox, right? How are you guys feeling about the new sky? Because it was in the trailer. We talked about it, but now you guys have been playing. You guys have been playing with it for a couple of weeks now. I think it's a big improvement. Man, it looks so nice. It's a little bit moodier. It's a little bit like, not grungy. It's a little bit like darker, a little bit more. Ooh.
It's better for filming. It has better contrast with the ship. So even if you come out at the side of the ship and look back at the ship, it contrasts better with the skybox. That just kind of looks cooler.
Oh man, but this is it. This is a vibe in here. Obviously, I haven't got anything planted, but I do believe we're going to see more of this, especially both in creative mode, but also in survival mode. Like, not every ship. Some ships, it might be more like kind of that Alzumi vibe, like, hidden underground, like neon vibe, lights and stuff. And other ships that are probably can afford to be a bit more peaceful, and not have their stuff exposed.
No ships can afford to be peaceful in Space Engineers. You never know when you're going to get a pirate coming your way.
But I just feel like we'll see more of this kind of thing. I reckon, like these big greenhouses on ships, and I'm all here for it. I think this is amazing.
I'm for that too.
I'm gonna run forward a little bit, see if there's. Just get to the bridge here. It's a very nice ship. Again, shout out to Stone Lords.
It gives you a reason though to have a glass area like this, though, doesn't it? Like, it gives you a reason to have a pressurized area with a glass top. Like, there'd be no other reason for this. And the best bit is under combat, that roof would come in and all your crops are going down.
That's true. Protect your crops.
You'd probably even, like, if you were fighting out in space with this, like, say you weren't fighting, you just got engaged by pirates, you'd have to roll your ship because you won't want your crops being exposed. Or maybe you'd think, I'll have to build some sort of cover that when we're under attack, it covers the glass. To protect the crops on the inside. So yeah, loads of cool ideas, and I'm sure players are working hard to build things like that.
You are right about the like how cinematic it is. Like, I'm just doing like a little thing here, Aaron. Like, it's just in spectator, but like
it just contrasts better, doesn't it? I don't quite understand why. I don't know if it feels like there's more grey.
100% more grey. It is more grey. Yeah. But yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm gonna teleport back. Amazing ship, Stone Lords. Very exciting to see. And I'm going to see if I can get back to the guys. I don't know if... I'll have to...
Yeah, I've known Stone Lords for a long time, and they've put out some serious cool content, especially on the modding side and the ships as well that we see.
For sure. Lovely. A community legend, that Stone Lords. Right, now I'm back, and the stuff is here. We've got stuff pasted back in here. Now, there was a little card pasted in. I'll check it out. This is by Wolf Knight. It kind of looks a little bit like a tractor racer. I could be wrong, but
racer.
I don't know. Like, it's.
Oh
wow!
Just did a big, some really tasty things.
Just did a big jump.
It's easy to get distracted, isn't it, by some of this shit? I would love to see that there's a farm inside that big white ship as well.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a look in a second, sir.
So it's like a quad bike racer. Is that going to suck up various crops?
I don't think so, actually. I think it's just like to get around. It's like a speeder bike.
Oh, okay.
Not speeder bike, but I think it's kind of floating saddle seat in the middle here. Now, we have got a very nice mech by Red. I wasn't looking too much into it because, maybe I'm wrong. It might have some farming features. Red, where's the John Deere one? Yeah, it's very nice. I mean, I'm looking. We're taking a slight tangent here, of course, but there's no denying that Red's mechs is amazing. I mean, this is beautiful.
Can it pick up a planter? That would make it a farming.
Make it count farming.
That would make it a farming mech. If it can pick up a planter, then it is then a farming mech for the day.
Let's see. He's running. I mean, people are pretty sure. I mean, let's just see it on the move here. Look at. Let's just see this in motion. I mean, honestly, Red is there's a lot of good mech builders out there, and Red is among the best. I mean, look at this thing going. Like, you see this thing running towards you? It's terrifying. And I always did the mech test. Oh, there's a wolf chasing me too.
Yeah.
Always did the mech test. Can the mech run faster than the engineer? That's always that's always a challenging thing.
I also wonder, like, what would it be like playing survival with the people that can build mechs like this?
Well,
Like,
we've had it.
Survival I've never experienced that. I've never had it with someone who can build mechs. I've had it like with a lot of people who can build lots of trains, but mechs it would be new to my survival experience for sure.
It's not something that you commonly see, but it's you have the talent. You can 100% do that there. But yeah, it's amazing. Like, and the movement here, like it's not just going forward and back. It's also got like the legs have got some side to side movement, if that makes sense. So I don't know if this is the next generation from Red, but the movement is becoming more and more natural. And when I say natural, obviously it's not like living, but you know what I mean, though, right? So very nice.
Reach out to us, and we can have a look at some of these in some shorts and do some other cool content with them as well. Just like slide in our DMs on Discord, and we can get something going. There's so much cool content, especially guys. Reach out to us, show us some of the things you're building, and if we can, we'll try and get you in some cool shorts as well.
Aaron is on the hunt, guys, always.
Yeah.
So.
I'm always on the hunt for these shorts because the community is absolutely going wild for them at the moment, and you guys are building fantastic things. Let's combine that, work together and show off some really cool creations.
So I'm going to come back to this white ship. I'm not sure if it's got a farm inside, but it is very nice. We've got this kind of VTOL design. Looking around here.
Ooh, is it a farm inside?
We'll have a look, Aaron. But yeah, I love the design of it. Love the VTOL. Love these little wings. Let's open it up and find out. It's like Christmas.
I feel like what we're going to start seeing is if we keep asking for farms and things, we're just going to see people put one planter in the inside and go, yeah, right, there's your farm.
There's my farm, exactly.
There's my farm. Have a look at everything else.
Oh, there it is. There's a farm. See, Aaron, so we found a farm. Yeah, very nice.
Very nice.
Incredible. Farming ship right here. Incredible.
I like the little cargo bay though and other stuff.
Oh yeah, let's have a look. We've got all, again, this is where we're seeing all of these beautiful different cargo things that we have. Like this was one that we added. I love this one with the little hatch. Then we had the kind of tanks over here as well. And the latest ones are these ones, kind of like on little pallets here. So I already love the different kind of temporary, we'll call them temporary storage because they're not obviously conveyed.
It just makes an interior feel more like one of the key bits in all sci-fi movies is cargo bays, isn't it? Would you agree with me?
Oh yeah.
Like, and having a variety of cargo in your cargo bay. I would say some of this cargo though is like very sketchy. The way it's secured to the ground.
Yeah.
Like if you were moving around, these barrels would go all over the place. Like.
That's true.
I really like the new pallet system that they've introduced with these crates. Like, if they could use that pallet system on some of the other storage blocks,
on the bottom here,
you could make a few different, options for that, for sure.
It's great. I'm gonna go back here and see what else we got. Okay, we got some frosting on the tanks. Nice.
Frosting.
Have you seen this, Aaron? Where people are doing. I'm telling you, years ago, unless I missed it, it wasn't really a thing. But these days, I see a lot of players, especially when they're in the cryo chambers or the cryo, they're having like the kind of frosted skin, basically saying that this thing is chilled or this thing inside is.
Oh, okay, right. I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah, so it's like cryogenically cooled to keep it.
Something like that. Yeah. This is what I've seen.
It's just a very cold hydrogen tank, perhaps.
I've seen it be used quite a fair bit, though. It's interesting. So this is a very nice ship from, I believe, Jonathan Wackamus II. So shout out to John. Let me just double check. It is by John. And it even has a farming block. So very, very nice.
Yeah, that's crucial for this, for this evening.
I wanted to ask you guys... Now, I know the pipes have been very popular. They were in the last update, right? So how are you guys getting on with the conduits? That's my next question. I have seen some. I haven't, like, they're just kind of in there in the build somewhere, giving it detail. But I'm just curious if you guys like the conduits and if you feel like there's variations of the conduits that you like must have or something like that. I'm just curious.
So let us know, fellow pipe layers out there. Let us know what if the pipes are good, are they? They are helping.
I can't believe he just said that.
the new, what I
my
like
fellow pipe layers. Oh my goodness.
Well, the conduit one, especially one that sparks, is beautiful. It's really nice indeed. I like that one. It's just a nice little effect. I feel like after seeing that, we could do with some more damage blocks. You know, like variations that then you'd walk into a sketchy shit.
No, sorry, I'm still laughing about that. I'm going to start using that. The next stream, I'm going to be like, "Hello there, what's going on, my fellow pipelers?" Ruined, Aaron. Oh, anyway.
Well, what can I say?
What can I say? Anyway, this is a very nice ship, John. Love the design. And yeah, it's got some parts of the latest update incorporated. Fantastic. So I feel like we need to turn building on because I'm not seeing... We can check out this in the meantime, but I'm not seeing any... I'm not sure, Aaron, how long you reckon we can start to wrap this party up, but...
I would say about if we can get towards 8 o'clock, that would be good. A little bit sooner, that would be great. Then
okay.
The gym after.
So we have some time to turn on the building one more time then. All right, building's coming on, guys. Let's see what else you got. And in the meantime, I'm going to check out this build here. I need the clear weather here.
Is this the truck? We've looked. Did we look at the truck?
Because it's because obviously this is a bit of a deja vu if people watch the stream that I did with Aaron on the weekend. We only streamed like an hour, but we looked at quite a lot of this stuff. But feel free to showcase the drill on this. This is the Gator. Very nice build. It's got all this detail. It's got all this tanks at the back. And it's basically like a mobile, and even the thrusters is, I guess, decoration in this case. I like the neon lights as neon armor as like lights as well. And it even actually gives off a little bit of light on the floor, which is pretty neat. So here's the drill. Here's the drill going down, and I think I need to turn on voxel damage.
This one didn't have an interior, did it? Because we had a look. We just literally rode on the roof. But it's a beautiful truck, and it's got them little thrusters at the back that'd look like a big exhaust.
Yeah. Now here goes then.
Here we go. Yeah. We did. Oh, we saw this battle of mech, didn't we? In the weekend, I'm pretty sure. The mech grabbed onto the drill and was trying to stop it from pushing down into the ground. Do you remember that?
Vaguely. It was very late, but yeah, I think so. But look at this kind of pump action here at the top of this. I was about to make the noise, but actually it makes the noise. Ready?
Oh, yes. Look at that. You know what we could do, though, is some sort of wolf catcher machine. We need a machine that can capture these wolves humanely.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah, I think that should be a challenge because I think... Like, we need to box them up somehow, don't we?
Imagine if... I'm not sure if this will become, like, Minecraft chicken, you know?
I tell you, the players would love to have them as pets. If you could train the wolves as pets, the players would... You'd hear no end of it, would you? Like, they'd just be capturing wolves all the time and training them to follow them about, and attack other engineers.
There's so many wolves. They're in the pit now.
Yeah, I prefer the wolves over the robot wolves that explode, though, any day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I remember that update happened. Do you remember that when the exploding wolves happened? I was just minding my own business, building a base, and my whole base got cleaned out like 30 seconds after loading up after the update. It was awful. There we go, wolves in a hole.
This is so nice. So you can see this. I guess now this is another one by Alzumi. Alzumi, this is called the Gator. The ground all-terrain extraction rig. So it's not just called Gator for no reason. So it can pull up, find an ore deposit, mine it. I honestly think this is a beautiful design. And now this would be pretty expensive to build in survival. I'll say that much. Like, this is not your starting mining vehicle. But I love how it's all kind of self-contained and it's got a bunch of storage and it can just drive around and just pull up and start extracting ore anywhere.
I do love a good vehicle. I love a nice looking off-road vehicle as well. And it's something that players, need to get right with the color combination. And this color combination with them orange wheels, it just pops, doesn't it? It just looks cool.
It does. It really does. So, what do we have next then? We've kept it to mostly, the latest update stuff. I'm seeing what else we have here. I might have to shift to spectator cam.
I'm seeing some other buildings off to the side that we could have a look at, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna just see.
It's hard though
Very
not to get
nice.
distracted. Like we're trying to focus on the farming, but there is so much of the cool stuff spawning in here.
I mean, look at this. So we've got the compact antenna here. No, that's not what it's called, but this is. I'll have a quick look at this because it's taken up. You can't miss this thing. What do you think of this, Aaron?
Well, I'm having a look now. It seems to be
absolutely huge. Is it the Yamato? Is it the Yamato?
It looks like it's missing some turrets. If it is, it doesn't quite look like that. It must be something different. It looks like it belongs in like some sort of anime, though.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I'm getting that vibe. I'm just curious. My knowledge is not as good as it needs to. Who's this? Oh, it's John.
I see. I've seen. I feel like I've seen the ship in something. Is it the? No, it's not, because I thought it'd have more battleship turrets. Unless the turrets are not.
They could not be there yet. We'll find out. It lacks some color. It looks awesome. Fantastic. Look at this big cylindrical cone bit at the back. Wow. Wow. Thorskin's saying it's the space battleship Andromeda is what Thorskin's saying, and it's from space battleship Yamato. So it is from the same. It's from the same anime, but it's a different ship. I thought it was because it looked different. Like this front section is different. Like normally it has like the bow, which is more ship-shaped, typically ship-shaped. So I knew it was a little bit different, but stylistically it was very familiar. I'll say that much.
And what's the password for the server for the last people joining a little bit late here if they want to try and get in and get their last design?
It was supposed to be Apex Survival, but I think John misspelled it, and it's actually Ape Survival. So,
of course it is.
So Ape Survival, guys, you can load up in if you want. But who made this?
Survival. That's great. Ape Survival.
Some people are stuck. I think Lieps has been trying to get in for half an hour. I can't comment on that. So this is another build by John Wack. John Wack's been very busy. I've always wondered how John has the time, but yeah, it's a beautiful battleship, John. Give us, John, how long did it take you, dude? Be honest. So what else we got here? We have a fighter by Wolf Knight. Now, the ship we were looking at earlier by Wolf Knight, the little car, I think Wolf Knight said it was from the bunker competition. So I'm not sure if this is also from the bunker competition.
Oh, okay, I get what
this looks familiar. This looks like one of the... is this an fully original build, Wolf Knight? I feel like this is very similar to the old blue fighter used to have on like the... It was like in the old Earth start. I'm not sure. It feels like an eternity ago now, but yeah, I recognize the kind of the layout of this. Very nice.
See, I wonder, we've not seen any crop collector fighters, have we yet? Like I was expecting to see like a few, fighters that could fly across a large area and just vacuum up, a large crop.
Not yet, apparently.
Might have to go in deep into these farming worlds. I'll just disguise myself as some sort of farmer and see what people are building behind the scenes.
What I'm curious about is how the servers are looking. I haven't been on any of the servers really. So, let me ask this a further question to the chat. Have any of you guys been playing on servers, UK2 or whatever you might be playing on? And how have you seen... Actually, no, I won't say the servers, but just in general, like how has your new survival experience been with the food, with the weather, with the other environmental effects, with the buff system, all of these things, even meteors? I'm just really curious.
When you said that, it reminded me of the pizza. I don't know why.
Pizza. I would love some
meteor
pizza.
Yeah.
I would love some pizza. We had some good pizza, didn't we, last week?
Yeah, that pizza was good. That was a good, nice little pizza. But yeah, from what I've seen, is the community are absolutely loving this update. The meta seems to be though algae farms. Algae farms seems to be the quickest and the most efficient way. Just
efficiency, right?
Yeah. It seems to be the quickest and most efficient way to get things in, in a dense area. They just get the algae in there and off they go. If they want something a bit more pretty, then they can go in, but then they have to start getting all complicated with, building a proper farm and a farming system. So, yeah, algae seems to be definitely the early game. I'd say that. If you want something a bit more fancier, then they do span out to, traditional farming.
Creatillion saying, I log back on and run out of water, lol. Yeah, I am not surprised because historically, water, ice mainly for the engines, hydrogen engines, or for there's only been or for fuel, right, mainly. So now that ice is also being used to water your crops, I'm not so surprised that, especially if they're growing in the background, that actually players log on and their water's out, or ice is out. I'm just reading some other comments here. Forskin says, pretty good. Got attacked by so many wolves that I never even need to make a farm. Just wolf meat, infinite wolf meat. And that's it, Forskin. Like, maybe there's some balance there. Maybe the wolves, let's be honest, like, the wolves probably should be rarer. And then you can come across them, but I don't know.
This is an interesting one, and I'll say why it's a particularly interesting one, because there's some players in the larger servers where the wolves are trying to work out where to spawn between players, and they're not getting any wolves at all, or getting like 1 or 2 wolves. But if you are in a more of a single player experience, the wolves are more of a dependable meat source. So it depends how you're playing as well. So if there's more people on the server and they're different locations, the wolves tend to split themselves between them locations. So they're not a meta at the start unless you're by yourself. But if you're by yourself, you have kind of an abundance of resources and time to survive anyway.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. If to have large farms or to have automated planting, next time I talk to the designers, I'll definitely talk to them about this, and I personally believe that having an automated planter system, basically like a collector, where you would have to like spit out, deposit, whatever it is, onto the seeder. The seeder acts like a collector, I guess, also, not an ejector, and basically can receive, and once it's got like 1 seed inside of it, it can only take seeds for starters, and once it's taken it, it's like planted.
Well, that's exactly what the mod does.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, the planting automation does exactly that. It basically allows you to spit out a seed and it collect. But it is all based on it's basically it's to do with ownership of the player, and if it's not owned by a player, then it can't function. But have a look into the mod to get a bit more information on that. It
is honestly very cool. I'm really pleased the modders went to town so quickly on that. Let me just read some other comments here. Uma's saying huge farm collectors use of that auto planting, because that is a fair point, because obviously if you have a massive farm, you can have it automated, but it doesn't take that long, guys. I mean, you come in, you go in, you come in, you go in. Maybe it's going to take you 10-20 minutes if you have a massive farm, but it's also going to be a lot of resources. I'm just playing devil's advocate, but at the same time, I do think having some kind of deposit system like the mod does is actually is a pretty neat way of balancing it, sort of being able to automate it, but not automate it too easily, if that makes sense. Let me see about the update. Since the new update, I restart the stories world. I'm curious what you mean by that, Ed2. Did you just start fresh, or? My community server just runs on algae. Manual planting is apparently too tedious for some. Well, that's also a problem, I guess. If it's that tedious that no one's actually using the planters, I'm not sure that's for everybody. And
it's not the case that.
Okay, because I mean, you're talking about this algae meta, right?
But because the other thing is, we've got to remember there's a portion of the community who are 100%. Like, there is lots of niches within our community, and one of them is the 100% efficiency part of our community, where they will do everything that's optimum. If it is not optimum, they will not build it or not engineer it. So algae is like the optimum, the ultimate choice, really. So you know exactly what I mean, don't you? Meta grids, meta farming. These are your MLG, Space Engineers players. They've got the cap on backwards, and they're farming, with one hand on the joystick, the other one on the machine gun.
The pros, the pros.
These are the pros. Sort of.
People like me and you, Aaron. Yeah, I don't know.
We're more of the classic John Deere. We sit back and we like to go, up and down our field, in the evening with a few pints. But when
we haven't got that, we haven't got that 200 IQ,
Yeah. We're the simpler farmers, aren't we?
It was a nice piano, Llewellyn. I spotted that grand piano. Very nice. So Brian Ed is saying Mars is a definitely start. Planting 5 is a chore. So there's another question then, guys. So how is the survival being in different planets now? Obviously, it's Europa? Wait, Is Europa the one that's radioactive? Even though I've gone blank, I'm blanking out now. I think it is. Yeah, Europa.
Yes, you're correct. You are correct.
So I don't know if anyone's been playing on a Europa start, but I'm curious to hear about even like stuff like that. Like if you're telling me that Mars is really hard, it's like much more. Is that right? Like, obviously, like what are you gonna have on Mars? Right? It's gonna be algae. Like what have you got? Like there's no crops, there's no nothing. So your only option is to either have some seeds, already ready to go from the start, and obviously from there you can farm and you can expand your farm. But if you arrive to Mars with no seeds, then it's your options are limited.
But it gives you a reason as well. It gives you a reason to go back to Earth-like planet as well. Like as you say, you do move to
that's the idea, right?
You've now grown that crop. But you also need to get another crop. Or if you're living on Mars, then you venture to the Earth to pick up some of the things you need. And like one of the biggest things in Space Engineers that I know we've been trying to push for a long time now is to get players moving to different locations to explore the universe. And to a degree, farming does that. We're trying to do that with economy and encounters as well. We're trying to get people roaming and exploring the universe because that is a core part of a sandbox game, that roaming and exploring experience.
I love Backyard Gamer. Europa equals death. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
maybe the next survival season was going to be hardcore survival Europa starts. Like not even starting on Europa. Now you can't start with nothing, but you would start and you'd be like running in from the radiation. You'd be like, I don't know. Can you imagine? Like
it is pure suffering, that planet. It is pure. it is pure suffering. Like maybe that is like the most hardcore. The hardcore players live on Europa. Like I'm trying to think of like the advantage to want to live there.
Well, I mean, there doesn't have to be, other than being a challenge. But it is an interesting idea where certain places they're really hard, but they're rewarding in other ways. Like maybe there's a ton of uranium, or
Exactly. Like it's the perfect place now. We're setting the sort of precedent of where we can stick really rare resources or something really valuable. Could be on there, or a really cool encounter could be on there. In the future. But you don't want to be on there. You're just gonna suffer.
Some of these comments are so good. What Aaron say? Well, PG Lucy says, "Well done, well Aaron. That is mission completed. We move a lot on the server I play." Going on to others' planets for meat, Predator style. Oh, you guys. Oh, that was a question. Someone was talking about how they found seeds in unknown signals and stuff. Have you guys found any of the Easter eggs yet? I'm just curious. Some of the
special food, the bleach.
Some of the special food. Yeah, I'm just curious because I'm not sure if everyone's found all of it yet, but there's some fun ones. I'm just not sure. And on the note of economy and missions, guys, that's literally what 209 is going to be about. So we mentioned 208 is going to be...
Are you putting some spoilers out there?
Nah, I'm just regurgitating the blog post.
I'm just worrying, yeah.
No sniper on me today. Yeah, he's got to keep me in check. But no, the 208 update is going to be quality of life and lots of still very, very, very nice things, guys.
If only, double take that.
I had to, yes. But really, you guys will like 208, I promise. But 209, beyond that update, will be, again, focusing in on missions and economy. So, what could that look like? Well, it's a little bit early right now, especially as it's, 2 updates away. Yeah. But it's one of the last kind of crucial steps here, guys. When you think about all that's been added in the last years, I know you can probably take a shot every time I say this, but just think again, potential. Think of the potential of what missions and economy might look like. Yeah. So that's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's a dream, isn't it? It's the dream, the complete space engine experience, and it's slowly sticking together some of these more intense and exciting modules and the stuff you can build though now. I always keep saying this, like comparing the game back to years ago, but you can build so much, you can do so much more, and you can go out and play with these encounters now, so it gives you something to do as well. So it's not like you can just play a sandbox and you build stuff. You can actually build something for an encounter.
100%.
That's always lovely.
Tennible's saying, how do consoles get special food? But they're on the economy state. They're not just in unknown signals, right? And also remember guys, there's 30 space encounters. So, I'm like 95.9% certain that consoles can find all the special stuff too. Is that right, Aaron?
And remember, and the skin hunt is still going on.
Oh, that's true. Not that long though, right? 22nd?
Not less. 23rd or 22nd. I'll have to double check my facts, but just,
Well, the weekend is here. The time is... This now is the time to once again jump into survival, get them skins, farm away, and survive the brutality of space. But it's just not it's not Europa. Avoid Europa, please. For your own.
Yeah, bonus points. If you guys start living on Europa and make it meta to live on the Europa planet, then that'd be great. I want to see a tutorial on how to survive on Europa. That'd be cool.
Like the radioactive, the fact it's radioactive kind of makes it like basically the planet has natural defenses almost.
It's a cool guy club. You know what? We should even give them a Steam achievement.
Europa club.
If we could. Yeah, if we could give him a new Steam achievement, I survived 24 hours on Europa, something like that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think it will happen. I can't but what I wanted to say is, Aaron, about that is so true about the achievements, because achievements were made a long time ago. Does anyone remember? Were they? I like to think they were done for version 1.0 of Space Engineers, but they may have been done before. And obviously, the reality is, it's been 5 years, 6 years, 7, 8, I don't even know, maybe even 10, not talking about 10 years.
That being said, right now, is something I'll bring up to the team. And
sure.
We can have a talk about it. But,
I'm just speculating.
It's a very good point, because I know players would like some more achievements as well. So I'll bring it up to the team, and we'll see what we have to say.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is again, just, it's a realization that I'm having now, actually, as you mentioned it, that, again, I haven't completed all the achievements. I don't know how many of you guys, give me an 07 if you're actually a completionist. I should do it at some point. That should be a stream.
Ooh,
getting the rest of all the achievements.
How many I've got left to do.
But you think about some of those ones, like I feel like with all the like, for example, the farm mechanics, the prototech, like there could be achievement like, destroy your first prototech, your first Factorum vessel. Like, because of the amount of content in this, there could probably be triple. I don't know. They could be good. You could go crazy with that. But anyway, I'm not going to stress you.
Yeah, all I've ever done is 15 out of the 30 achievements.
Ooh.
So I've done half the achievements in the time that I've played.
Let's bump that up to 100. 100 achievements in the achievement hunting.
Yeah, so some of the things I haven't done is I haven't survived 30 waves of drones. Apparently, I've not got an engineering degree. I haven't finished all the learning tasks in the Learn to Survive scenario. So that shows I need to do some. Yeah,
you gotta get playing, sir.
Yep.
10 years on.
In Armageddon mode, I've nearly completed. I've got to find a monolith while I'm searching around as well. So there's loads of cool things. Scrap delivery, destroy 1,000 pirate drones.
Let me see how mine compares here. I got 20 out of 30.
Oh, have you got 5 more than me?
Oh, there we go. Let me see. I don't have.
Oh, I can compare it. I can compare mine to you.
That's funny. I don't have the story. I don't have finished the first jump, which is weird because I definitely did, but probably I didn't finish it since the achievements were added. I haven't done Armageddon mode at all. I have a little bit of hours.
Oh, you beat me. You beat me on so many of these.
I haven't befriended 3 factions, apparently, which is weird. I haven't survived 10 waves of drones or 30 waves of drones or 100 waves of drones. Complete all the objectives and learn to survive without dying. Survive 10 waves with at least one other player. Never surrender.
Oh,
complete the frostbite and scrap delivery.
You've got this one though. You've got I've got a present for you. Detonate a warhead that kills you and another player.
Oh yeah.
You've got that one and I haven't. But you've also found the monolith.
That was probably the. Oh yeah, it's funny that. I don't know how you get that because I've definitely the monolith interacted with a lot, but I don't know if you can just put in a monolith and get it, or if you have to like discover it and stuff. I don't know how that works. But I don't know actually. Like, let's ask the community how big of a deal is that for you guys? Like, do you care about the achievements that much? Do you think it would be on a scale of like 1 to 10? Like, would you say like, oh yeah, because we talk about missions, right? We talk about like things to do, and the achievements are like not in the game, but it is something. You guys want a goal. It's like here's a goal. Engineer away, play the game to complete it, and if you do this, you get that. So I'm actually throwing out the community how big of a deal this is to you personally. I think it will be subjective, but do let me know.
Now, before we do run on though too much, I will have to remind us we're going to have to wrap it up there.
Yeah, we are.
Extremely close.
Yeah.
Extremely close. But yeah, what I'll do, guys, is I'll pass this information about the achievements onto the team, because I know they'd be interested in hearing what's happening. I know you guys want some more achievements to achieve as well.
There we go. So there's, definitely interesting here. So thank you guys so much for joining tonight. It was a lot of fun. We did manage to showcase some really cool farm builds. So shout out to all the showcasers, all the players today. Shout out to Mr. Aaron for joining me on today's stream, as always.
Very much.
Shout out to John for getting the server cooked up. That was very nice of you, John.
Sorry
about that, Liam. So some people couldn't get into the world. I don't know what was that about. But yeah, there will always be next time, and we're not going to be very far away. So I'll give it to Aaron, just any kind of final reminders. We talked about the kind of song contest, but if you want to wrap this up, Aaron, like 30 seconds.
So let's wrap it up real quick. So first of all, we got the competition for the music competition. All the information can be found in Marek's blog. Check through the blog. Marek would love to hear some of your feedback as well on the Almagist system and their map and what they're working on currently. And of course, your feedback is always welcome on our support site. So feedback, bug reports, get them in for Space Engineers 1 and Space Engineers 2. Space Engineers 1 team are cooking up a storm for another update. Very exciting indeed. And Space Engineers 2 is working towards Vertical Slice 2. So lots of cool things coming. So Vertical Slice 2, planets and survival. So get yourself excited. I'm going to try not to hype you up too much, but you're going to be seeing a lot more leaks coming from me and the PR team over the coming weeks as well. So get yourself excited. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you subscribe to the newsletter. And well, that's all I've got to say there.
Yeah, that's it. That was well put. I think just for me then, it's just thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well said, Aaron. Yeah, we'll see you guys. Have a great weekend, guys. Get stuck in both SE1, SE2, all the feedback, all the content, all the builds. You guys are the best. And I say, we were talking before the stream, it's the numbers, guys. I mean, we'll end on that. The numbers of Space Engineers is incredible. I'm just going to pull up one more time here. The growth. Let me see, Steam Chart Space Engineers. It's been amazing, and I can tell you that the team is really motivating for the team to see people getting back into the game for this exciting moment. So yeah, that was it. That's all from us. Thanks, guys.
All right, see you guys.
See you in the next one. Bye bye. Out.